Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm kicking off my Tamarind 3 Ways mini-series, and I'm continuing with something refreshing and classic, tamarind juice. If you love that perfect tropical balance of sweet and tangy, you're going to love this one. Grab your tamarind pods and let's get into it. Come on, let's go. First things first, let me introduce you to the ingredients of this delicious and refreshing tamarind juice. First and most importantly, you are going to need your tamarind. I already went ahead and I shelled my tamarind, and this is the amount I'm going to use. You are also going to need sugar. You can use the granulated sugar or brown sugar. I'm using brown sugar for my tamarind juice. I always use brown sugar. I love the flavor of brown sugar in my tamarind juice, but go ahead and use granulated sugar if you do not have brown sugar on hand. Please don't limit yourself. You are also going to need, for this delicious classic tamarind juice, some star anise, and you can find this in the grocery store, and the flavor of this is just so tropical, and it really gives your tamarind juice an elevated flavor to it. So I always use my star anise in my tamarind juice. If you do not have star anise, guys, do not worry about it. You can add some other flavorings. For instance, you can use some banana essence in your tamarind juice. I always use banana essence, just about a half a teaspoon of banana essence. This really elevates your tamarind juice. As I said, I'm going to go ahead and use my star anise. I love the flavor of star anise, and if you're from the islands, you will know exactly what I am talking about. And you're also going to need some hot water to get the pulp off of your tamarind pods. That's all the ingredients you are going to need for your tamarind juice. Tamarind, sugar, flavorings, and for my flavoring, I'm using star anise. I also know that they sell the star anise extract in the grocery store. I've seen it several times because I also have that in my pantry. So if you cannot find the dry star anise, you can use a dash of the star anise extract. Be careful with it because it has a very powerful flavor, especially in the extract. Or if you cannot find the extract, the star anise or your banana essence, or if you do not have any flavorings for your tamarind juice, just go ahead and make your tamarind juice with just your tamarind, your sugar, and you can just squeeze a lime or two in there. That's how delicious the tamarind is. You do not have to add any extra flavorings to it. I just want to show you guys exactly how I make it at home. So I want to show you exactly what I am using. Now, let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and place my tamarind in a bowl, and use a large enough bowl, guys. And I'm leaving my tamarind intact. You do not really have to take it apart, because once you pour the hot water on there, everything will just fall apart, and then you have to really go in there and mash it up. So you do not have to do that beforehand. Just put it in here as is. I have some water on my stovetop right now. It's at a boil. Please bring your water up to a boil, guys. That's the fastest way to get the pulp off of your tamarind pods. So now you just go in with your hot water. Put enough hot water in there to cover all of your tamarind. Now I'm just going to place my plate over my bowl with my tamarind and hot water, or you can place a cloth over that. You want all of the steam and the heat to stay in there. So you are going to leave that on here for about 5-10 minutes. Okay guys, it has been about 10 minutes. And this is what my tamarind looks like in the hot water. I'm just going to use a wire whisk and just agitate my tamarind. By doing that, the pulp will come right off of the pods, guys. This is how easy it is. I found this is the easiest and fastest way it is to get the pulp off of your pod, and that way you get all of the pulp off of the pod. You do not want any of your pulp to go to waste. So when you place your tamarind in the hot water, it softens up the pulp. You let it rest. And you just go in with a whisk or a fork and just agitate it. And it comes right off, guys, as you can see. The pulp is coming right off. That's why I said you can put your tamarind in there whole, because you'll just go ahead and just strain all of the seeds and the veins out of your tamarind. It's very easy. And I'm just going to use a measuring cup to transfer and strain my tamarind. My tamarind mixture. I'm going to put this in another bowl, like so, because I'm going to go ahead and put some more hot water in here. You do not want any of your pulp to go to waste, guys. So after you strain it the first time, just put it in a separate bowl, and you are going to put some more hot water in there and try to get the rest of the pulp off. So this is my tip to you. Don't let any of this go to waste. And I like to do it this way because I'm not getting my hands in it at all. Sometimes when you are making tamarind juice, it tends to get a little messy. But once I use my whisk or fork to just take all my hot water to take my pulp off, I don't have to put my hands in there at all. Going to place this in here. Transfer this over to my bowl. And this is the pot. I'm going to pour some more hot water in here. About another half a cup of water. And I'm just going to go in with my whisk again. And whatever remaining pulp that I did not get out the first time will definitely come off of the pods this time, guys. So please run your pods in hot water twice, guys. You do not want any of your tamarind pulp to go to waste. And that's it. I'm just going to put my strainer on here and just run this through because all the pulp is already out. So I'm just getting the rest of it out. So if you have a cheesecloth at home, guys, you can go ahead and use that. With the cheesecloth, you have to get your hands in there to squeeze the pulp out. So I did not want to do that. Did not want to use my cheesecloth today. So my strainer works well for this. So I decided to use it. And you just go under the strainer and just pull out any of the pulp that's sitting in the bottom of the strainer. So I've strained all of my tamarind, and this is it after I ran hot water in there one more time. Here I'm just going to go in with my small strainer and just get the stray pods that fell in out of my bowl. Now we are going to get ready and flavor our tamarind juice. Guys, this is where my star anise comes in. I boil some water with a few star anise in there, and I'm going to, it's been sitting in there for about an hour. So all the star anise flavor will be infused in this water. And this is just about 2 ounces of water. So I'm going to go ahead and add my star anise water in there. And also I'm leaving my star anise in here. I'm not taking it out. The star anise is going to stay in your tamarind, and as it sits in your refrigerator, it's going to infuse your tamarind juice some more, and it's going to be absolutely delicious. So everything goes in here, guys. Star anise and all. Add our sugar, and I have 1 cup of sugar in here. I am going to need more because I did not expect to get so much tamarind juice out of what I mixed. Add your sugar according to taste. Some people like the tamarind juice on the sweeter side, and I think tamarind juice should be on the sweeter side. So if you do not like your drinks too sweet, you do not need to put too much sugar in there. So I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of my sugar. This will definitely be enough. So that was about 1.5 cups of sugar. To this, I'm going to go ahead and add a cinnamon stick. And all of this stays in there. The star anise and your cinnamon stick stays in your tamarind drink. Guys, you do not take it out. As your tamarind juice sits and it stays in the refrigerator, all the yumminess of the star anise and the cinnamon will just release into your tamarind juice. And that's exactly what you want. Give this a taste. Perfect. Now we are just going to transfer our tamarind juice to our jug, or you can put it in a bottle, guys, to place in your refrigerator. Beautiful. And this tamarind juice is nice and thick, and when you place it in the refrigerator and it gets cold, it will thicken up some more. And you can always add more water to it if it thickens up on you too much, guys. That's it, guys. Tahini for the rim of my glass. I love the saltiness against my tamarind juice. Going to go ahead and add some lime. Dip it in my tahini. Add some more. Garnish with a tamarind. This is how I make my delicious tamarind juice at home. Beautiful. Thank you for watching, friends. That's our second recipe in our Tamarind 3 Ways mini-series. Refreshing tamarind juice. Stay tuned because I have one more tamarind recipe coming your way. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And please let me know in the comment section if you've had tamarind juice before. Have you made tamarind juice before? If you make it differently than the way I made it, and if tamarind is a tropical fruit that you love, or if tamarind is a tropical fruit that you would love to try, leave me a comment and let me know in the comment section. Please stay tuned for what's coming up next. Until the next video, thank you so much for watching. Cheers, guys.